Drove all the way from Alabama yesterday. Let's see if we can catch up. Up. Do not go into the drain. What's happening, y'all? So I drove home from Alabama yesterday. Got 2 miles from home. 2 miles. And Greg said, nope, we are no longer interested in cooperating with you. So here I am. And it's 2 trips to the AutoZone. I got the right brake pads this time. First time I did not have the right brake pads. And brake caliper compressor here, so if y'all want to learn how to do some brakes, this would be the time to do it. I will talk you through it. It's very easy, but you will have to have one of these. Probably should be more safe than I'm being, because I'm kind of being, let me see here, what I saw, a little redneck about a jack stand by sliding just to be safe. So if you're on the road and you have a flat and you jack your car up, you got your jack up under it, slide your wheel up under it just in case something wants to go. Because I don't have a wheel chalk, but this will catch the car if it falls. So just being safe, you know. But we'll get to compressing this. So I'm gonna break the or not break, but I'm gonna uncap the master cylinder so the brake fluid air can push back up a little bit. So give me just a second. So technically I had already done that, but you got to uncap your master cylinder up on the top up there so this will compress back in. I'll show y'all how to take it apart here shortly too. It's really easy. Another way you do this, so you get this in position, take your old brake pad right here, slip it in between, like so, and use this, press this piston back inside. You can actually watch and see your brake fluid come up top up here. But you got to do that to get the new pads in. That's through with to the next side. And some people would say, you know, you could face that, but this ran for about 2 miles and scraped the other brake pad, but it won't hurt anything. It will be fine. I can find the right pairs here. I say they should put these in the box and already have all the clips on pads. Because I had to really look at this to see how to put the clips on myself. And the dogs start barking. Dog get upset. So one thing you definitely want to do, put parts clean. This stuff dries pretty quick. Just gets all the dust off everything so nothing squeaks. Do that. And above all else, disc brake quiet. Disc brake quiet. I can't even talk. Disc brake quiet. So you put this on the back of the pads where they're going to touch. Don't put it on the front. Put it on the back. See, I done got that one wet, like a doofus. Don't want to get them wet either, but It'll dry out pretty quick. That will dry out really quick. So you take this stuff, take this top off. This is the stuff that keeps your brakes from going when you stop. I'll take a little piece of paper and just. Some would say that's a lot, but you just want it on that little metal piece right there, and it will dry. Messy. It's on your fingers. Nasty stuff. Let it dry just a second. Pick these clips out. See, I already got clips here. Oh, look bad to me. I mean, they say new clips, but I say it's easy without new clips. Let's say, some would say, let's do the clips on. But clips really don't do anything. Clips really change. So on this back here, to pull the caliper off, it's a, I think it's a 13. What did I have? Where my ratchet? I know where my ratchet went. Y'all don't go nowhere. So you need a 14 millimeter. I can't remember what size it was. 14 millimeter socket. Breaks the 2 bolts on the back that hold this caliper and stuff. Oops. I squeeze it a little bit more, I guess. Thought I had it for me. Don't go nowhere. I'm losing stuff somehow or another. There it is. I like to take one bolt and I get her close to in position. You'll have to squeeze that top little bushing in because it's got a little, it's kind of like got a little shock absorber. It's just a little rubber bushing, but it pushes it out. You'll have to squeeze it in and you'll feel it. It'll just squeeze in and screw your other bolt in. And then there's one on the very bottom. You have to do the same thing with it. Squeeze it in. Here. And you ain't got to bear tight them down. They don't, I mean, they're going to stay in place because they're kind of double. See, that one wants to spin. They're double nutted, but they'll catch and hold. I just kind of hold the pliers here because once it takes a little bite, it's good. I don't have a 14 millimeter wrench. I got a 13, believe it or not. Just a little snug, just a little snug. Yes, it'll be good. So what we're gonna do here now, is this out the way, this stuff out the way. Set this right here. Pull our wheel chalk back out. Roll this up here. If y'all hang around, I'm gonna swap sides and I'll take you from the beginning all the way through it real quick. Don't take long. Truthfully, if you got all your parts laid out, you can change pads probably about 15 minutes per wheel, maybe, if that. If you got all your stuff like that. You need your 14 millimeter socket and wrench if you have it. I used my car jack. Like I said, I kind of cheated and used my wheel as a jack stand, but if you have a jack stand, it's good to have a jack stand. And but I'll have this tight here in just a second, and we'll flip to the other side. And I'll take y'all through the whole thing real quick. And we may even time it just to see how long it takes us. This is all hand too. It ain't no electric stuff, no pneumatic tools, no fancy wrenches, just everything by hand. And where they got the spare tire and everything in this thing, you have to tear the back of the car apart to get to it. It wasn't, I guess they packed it in like where they needed to. Packed it where they needed to. So you always crisscross. So if you start on this left side, go to the bottom right, and then go to the top, then go to the bottom, and then go back over here, just for tightening purposes. Tighten everything up real even. Now, yes, I am a musician, but I was a mechanic, certified Ford mechanic by the age of 19. I've worked on Mack trucks, trailers. I've been an industrial maintenance mechanic, millwright. I've turned wrenches as much as I've done anything else in my life. But there's no reason that a set of brakes on a car like this should cost $300, $500, or $800. Because I called 2 different places in town. Called 3 different places. I got 3 different prices. And I know everybody's got to make money, but I changed everything on the front. Will have been changed everything on the front of the car, plus bought a small set of sockets, the brake caliper thing here, cleaner, and the no squeak, and my pads, because I stopped and caught the rotors before they got bad, all for less than $100, like 75. I think it was 75.68 at AutoZone. So I got everything to change my pads on the front of the car, and most everybody's gonna have just about everything you need, but you can buy a small tool kit for $50, keep around the house, and that $50 tool kit will save you more money than you would imagine in the long run, just because you'll have a few little tools to take care of some stuff. My wife Karen, her grandmother always wanted a little tool kit, and bought her a little tool kit she kept around the house. She always had a little screwdriver and a little hammer to go around and tap on stuff. So front driver's side, done. So y'all don't go nowhere. If you want to hang out for a minute, go get whatever, coffee. I will be right back. I'm gonna set the phone off to the side and I'm gonna swap the vehicles around. So don't go nowhere. I may just swap sides. I'm up against the curb over here. See, it's kind of a jinky little spot, and I think maybe I could just pull forward. I might just pull forward. So y'all don't go nowhere. What's going on, y'all? So I think that gave us enough room to squeeze up here. Let's see if I can slip this jack under here real quick. And always set your emergency brake. Man, it's like a backup. Set your emergency brake always. And this jack will squeeze right here will be good. Yep. It might not be fun trying to roll it, but maybe. No, it ain't gonna be fun doing that. You know what, y'all? This would be a whole lot easier if I spin the car around. So, y'all don't go nowhere. Be right back. All right, y'all. Got the car turned around so I can get to the other side real quick. I'll be right back and get y'all. How many of y'all hung with me, but for those of you who did, here we go. I'm gonna sit down right here for 1 second. Get the camera set right. So much easier on this side. You get everything kind of laid out here. I'll show y'all again real quick. That's really what you gotta have. You don't have to have the little crowbar. You can use a brake bar and an extension if you want. But this is really easy. You can get everything laid in the spot. I'm kind of picky too, so everything's just laying around driving me crazy. We're gonna pick all that stuff up right here. Again, the clips, I call it optional stuff they upsell you on, but that's okay. That is okay. So we are right here. And you can also buy, instead of the big disc brake quiet, you can buy the little bitty package right here. Ain't hardly got none in it, but it still works. It does the same thing. Take a little drink of water. So I don't know if anybody out there wants to time me, but I'm gonna, I think my pop might be watching. And I'm gonna send this to him. I was driving home yesterday, man. I got, I think I see you on there, yeah. So I stopped on the way home, drove all the way from Alabama, all the way home. I got off at Old Hickory Boulevard, which was about 2 miles from where I live, if 3 miles, maybe, I don't know. And Karen wanted some Mexican food. So I stopped and get the Mexican food. And as I got off the interstate and I made the turn back to go to the Mexican restaurant, I felt a weird little sound. And then I get to the Mexican restaurant and I put on my brakes. And so for the next 3 miles, it ground on the way to the house, and I stopped. And I've got my pads going here. But we're going to break this thing loose. And we're going to change these pads. So if y'all want to time me, you're on the road, you get a flat, you stand on it. Just like that to break them loose. You can hop if you want to, but break them loose before you put your jack under it, so you can break them loose. You don't want to try to do it with it jacked up. It's too dangerous. Way too dangerous. So we got everything broke loose. We're gonna lay our pads out over here. We'll spray all that stuff here shortly. Or put the gunk on it, I say. Might go ahead and do that real quick, because that won't take but a second. And it'll be kind of dry until we get to it. So we're applying our disc brake lubricant to the back of the brake pad. So I do this, I take a little piece of paper and get my finger, like so, and just kind of get it all on that metal. People say you want to be neat with it, you don't want to put too much. Well, I say, by humbug, you put all you want to put on it, as long as you're not being messy and getting it all over the other side of the pad. You don't want to get the back side of the pad nasty for no means. But so let me drop this jack down here. Get her slide over there. It's almost like it was ready for it or something. So turn this around so y'all can see my pretty face. So here we go, going up. Here comes Karen and Henry. Henry coming to help me. Henry, come in and help me.
You gonna help? Say hi to the peoples, Henry.
And I'll tell you this too. Ain't no little bitty weak person gonna jack that car up with that jack. You got to really get down on it.
Gotta work at it.
So if you don't like the little scissor jacks, I suggest you go to AutoZone, where I got my Duralast brake parts at, and you get you the, I think it's like 79 bucks, but it's a little bit small hydraulic jack, and they got the little jack stands. You can get all that stuff for about 100 bucks, maybe 120 bucks, jack and jack stands. And you have it from now on. Do your own work. Save that money. Because I don't care if it was 300 bucks, it was too much because of what the brake pads cost. And personally, a drunk monkey can change brakes on a car. You can just about do any of it. You can change your own air filter. That's one of the other things that they upsell you on. It's changing your air filter. Pull it out. If you got an air compressor or anything like that, you can blow it out, or you can just bump it on the ground. And bumping the air filter on the ground, it'll get a lot of stuff out of it, especially if they're really nasty. You get to town next time you come around, buy you an air filter. So we got the tire off. We're gonna do our side of the road jack stand like I did a while ago. Slide the wheel right there. Hey, if it falls, at least it ain't sitting on the ground. And my dad at the shop at the house, he's got all that stuff. He's got the jack stands. Out in Lebanon, where my father-in-law lives, I got jack stands. I got jack. I even got sockets. But I had to buy this morning for $23 because I didn't want to just buy one socket for like $8. Didn't make no sense. But, so here we go. Break these loose. Am I tightening? I might be. I'm tightening. I'm looking at it backwards. My bad. I don't do this every day. So what we doing here now, I'm gonna stick y'all back here and let you see. So right here, you see where my wrench, that's your bolt going in the back of the caliper right there. So what that does, that holds that caliper in. And then there's another one right down here on the bottom, right here. And you break them 2 bolts loose. Once those 2 bolts are loose, I'll show you what happens. So it's just this easy. That's 2 bolts. What is that? That's that thing we compressed a while ago. And we're gonna, real quick, before I forget, we're gonna open our, because I had to move the car, so I had to shut the master cylinder. I'm gonna open it back up real quick. So here it is right here. See this little thing? I hope you can see my hand. So this is, all I'm doing really is just taking the cap off of it, setting it to the side right here, so you can so the air can push back up. You don't mess anything up, blow a line out or anything, because they got quite a bit of pressure on them. So there we are. I think we're back. So we're gonna take a brake pads. Sometimes they might need a little help, but they'll come off. Yeah, these dudes are ready to go too, man. I'm gonna tell you. These dudes are ready to go. So where we doing? There we go. Okay. We got our old brake pad, stuck it in here in the middle. I'm gonna start compressing this down real easy. I'm gonna do it real fast, ain't no hurry. Except we do want to get this done in 15 minutes. I don't know where I'm at time-wise, but I hope somebody is timing me. I can't really read because I got a little glare out here. It's kind of bright. But if y'all do ask questions, I'll try to go back and look through and see if I can answer it. Or feel free to message me if you have a question. All this stuff's real simple. I got to change the oil here coming up too, and I'll go live and show y'all how I change the oil. It's pretty easy. You ain't got to spend $80 to change the oil either. So we got that compressed all the way down. So we're good with that old brake shoe right there. And you don't want to let this fall because it's kind of set. It just be hanging on that line, on that rubber line, and you don't want to mess that up. So. Man, these just slide back in place. That's all they do. If you can get them in the right spot. There we go. Got that stuff all over that time. So, get that right there. And don't forget, you got just a little bushy. You just push it in, it presses in really easy. Get your first bolt hanging on top right here. Going really easy. I'll see if I can show you here too on this bottom one. So you can see where my finger's at right there, and that just pushes in, and then that drops into place. Very simple, very simple. You'd think something was wrong with it or it was the wrong size if you didn't know to push that in. Take your ratchet, get back on there and whoop. lug nuts on. And once I set the jack, look at that thing. Once I pull the jack out from under the car, y'all can stop timing me. I'm not gonna go too fast because I don't want to break my fingernail. I know I sound sissy, but I gotta play guitar tonight and I need these things. I'm playing at the Commodore Lounge at Vanderbilt tonight. And with my good buddy Hal Odell and Nicole Coley. And I gotta be able to play. So here we go. We start up here at the top. I started at this top one. And get it snug. Then I'm gonna drop down here to this bottom one. Then I'm gonna go back up to the top, just like that. Breaking them loose don't matter. You can take them loose however you want to take them loose. It don't really matter. I'll drop back over here. Go to this one right here, and then actually, I need to snug the lug bolts before y'all stop the timer. So we're gonna. Fixing to drop the jack, then I'm gonna snug the lug bolts. Y'all gonna see how long it took me to do this. Where'd my thing go? Everything disappeared there on me. I got in a hurry. Here we go. Car's on the ground. Okay. Done. Y'all let me know how long it took me. One side. So now I need to put my cap back on the master cylinder. Put the cap back on the master. Right here. And, so that's pretty much that. Now I'm gonna pick all this stuff up. If anybody wants to hang out, I gotta pick everything up, clean it all up, and I'm gonna take a real quick ride, so don't go nowhere. Y'all have time to go to the restroom or anything if you want to. It's gonna take me just a second. You always got to pick your mess up too. Always clean your mess up. About to fall down. Few more minutes, we'll take a ride. Just about there, y'all. I'm going over. Rolling up the road right now. All right. I don't know how many of y'all stuck around with me, but I'm gonna pull this off and we're gonna hop in the Jeep. Move it real quick. So, it's hot out here, y'all. Whew. Okay, so let's head to the Jeep. I put the Jeep here because, you know, they had this blocked off, but people still whip up in here and turn around like this is a racetrack or something. So, I put the Jeep up here so I wouldn't have to worry about somebody flying through here and running over me. Because these people really do drive crazy. I thought I drove crazy as a kid, but I didn't. I actually drove pretty smart. Except that one time. I know all of us have had that one time. So, locking the door. People like to steal everything in the car, but I don't leave anything in it anyway. But had a friend of mine tell me here a while back, a friend of his told him to just leave his doors unlocked downtown Nashville so nobody would bust his window out. And they could just come up and open the door and move along, you know. They busted his window out anyway. Even the thieves downtown are too lazy to check to see if the door is open. So I don't want all that noise. I'm gonna roll the windows down so I can hear the brakes. Maiden voyage. Here we go. Oh, let me undo the emergency brake. Always got the emergency brake on. So. And by me, yeah, I didn't turn my rotors. I could have pulled them off and probably turned them, and it would have been fine. Wouldn't have hurt anything. It would have took a little life off the rotor, I feel like. But they're perfectly fine, even with that little groove in it, because that new pad will just kind of settle into that little groove. It won't hurt anything, and it ain't like this is a Mercedes, and I'm gonna be doing 100-mile-an-hour on or whatever on the Autobahn. It's a Prius. And I just changed the front pads for less than $80 myself, and plus bought some tools and cleaner to do it with. So it's like, to me, it makes no sense whatsoever that anybody, unless you just have to, and you can't do it yourself, you know. Here we are, we're going down the road. $80 later, we're on the road, no problems. Brakes work fine. Come on back home. Man, I'm gonna head home, take me a shower. I hope y'all have a good day. And that is front disc brake pad change 101 by Jamie Adamson. My hair is blowing all over the place because I got the windows open. I probably look like a woolly booger. But if y'all around, man, downtown Nashville tonight, come to the Commodore Lounge and see me and Hal Odell and Nicole Cooley just kill it on stage. So if y'all don't follow me, man, go follow my page. Like, if you will. Share. And I'll go live again probably later on. I may go live tonight from the Commodore, and that'll probably be, yeah, I'm sure I'm going to go live tonight from the Commodore Lounge. So if y'all are watching right now, you know tonight about 6:25, 6:30, be looking for me. I'm going to pop up, and we'll be going live with me and Hal and Nicole. That'll be cool. We'll have fun. So y'all tune in. Peace. Love y'all. See them dirty hands, man. That's the only other thing. You're supposed to wear gloves, and I had them there, but it's kind of hard to hold on to them little bitty bolts and stuff with them gloves. But so y'all be cool. See y'all soon.